Hi everyone, I am the CRM Ninja, and today I am joined by a very, very special guest who I'm really enthusiastic about for the Oops Factor. Welcome, Mark Christie.
How you doing?
Good, thanks. How are things going?
I'm glad to just be having a little bit of a bit of downtime and a little bit of break after Scottish Summit. It's been a busy 6 months.
Well, what can I say? I wasn't there in person, but I've been reading all the reviews and comments and talking to people who've been there, and it was absolutely incredible.
And that's what I'm finding. I kind of floated throughout the whole day, so I'm now reading people's blogs and looking at the pictures and thinking that would have been a really good event to attend. I should have went. That's what it feels like. And it'll be, I mean, same as last year, it'll be about 2 or 3 months down the line. I thought, well, that actually was quite cool.
So, two questions from me, because I just
Yeah.
have to ask them. Is number one, do you regret not actually taking a bet with Microsoft that you can get 1,000+ people there?
Um, Listen, if I had any sort of engagement with Microsoft during the whole process, that would have been good. So, um, this was a solely run community event. There wasn't much feedback from Microsoft. Myself and Ian did have a little bet on numbers that we could get through the door. We looked at 750 was the number that we kind of said we would get. And when we hit 1,000, that was just kind of mind blowing at that point. I was just, yeah, we didn't
I,
expect
I
that.
I can imagine. I mean, I was seeing the tickets as like sold out tickets, no more tickets. There's like, hold on, we have another 100 that we're releasing. Quickly get your hands on it. And it was just really great to see the take up
Yeah,
on
so
it.
we worked with the sponsor. So part of the sponsor package was they got like a block of tickets.
Right.
And every so often they would come back and say, right, okay, we've kind of hit our numbers, so we can give you these number of tickets back. So it's like boom, straight
Ah,
out to the community, and the community were snapping
got
them
it.
up. At one point, we had 187 people on the waiting list.
I know people who were very eager to go who just couldn't make it or couldn't get tickets. So yeah,
If it was ever run again, you might get the chance.
don't worry. I'll send them all your way. You can sign up the pre-wait list.
Exactly.
So my second question about it is Jon Levesque
Yeah.
did the keynote. Now, I was with John on the Wednesday night before Scottish Summit here in London. First time meeting him in person, I'm chatting to him constantly and stuff, and it was really great to see him, and it was really a night out that will stay in my memory. But when I saw the picture of him at the keynote and the video of him walking in, he was dressed up in full Scottish regalia. He had a kilt. Now, did you know that he was going to be wearing a kilt and everything else, or was this a surprise from him to you?
No, we actually got the kilt for him. We had his wife
Ah.
measure him. It was like
You had his wife measure him.
yes, we had his wife measure him for, so
Awesome.
kilts you need to measure 7 or 8 different areas. So we had to get his measurements. We had to go out and buy the kilt. So we got the kilt. So we got the shirt, the kilt, the belt, the sporran, the socks, and we even had the proper brogue shoes for him.
No
But
Dirk though.
no,
Okay.
the biggest part of it though was the whole getting him dressed into the kilt. We actually had to dress. So half an hour before the keynote, me and Ian are up hidden away in a room dressing an American guy in a kilt. That's one of the biggest takeaways I'm going to have from the event is John like, what should I do? I'm like, should I wear a top underneath this? I'm like, you've no idea how hot a kilt is actually going to get for you. So yeah, that was me and Ian at, it must have been about 7, half 7 in the morning, randomly in a room dressing John in a kilt.
I've got to say that experience now. If that was video to behind the scenes footage, exclusive rates for it, who knows? I'm going to have to talk to John about his version of the experience. He'll be like, well, there was the two Scottish guys and they were like doing things to me and oh my God, sort of thing.
I think that's pretty much how he got it because we were like, you can't wear the top underneath. It'll look silly. You need to get fully stripped. And he's like, what, here now? I'm like, just get it done. Come on. Nobody's looking. And then he points out to a window. So we were in a corner room that was just glass windows the whole way around. So we're like, look, there's nobody here. And then he just points to these windows and like, you're 2 stories up. You're fine. Nobody will see.
But you know what was going through his mind because he's very into drones. He's thinking somebody's got a drone. Somebody's
Oh,
got a
yeah.
drone.
Never even thought.
Wonderful. So moving from Scottish Summit kilts and Jon Levesque to the Oops Factor, what story do you have to share with us today?
So it's a little bit, we're probably going back about 7 or 8 years ago. So it's going back a little bit in time. I've never made any
Okay.
mistakes. then that's the problem. I'm joking. So I just started a new job. I started off doing technical support, then I became software support within
Okay.
Dynamics. I then was headhunted for a job, as I thought,
Ooh,
as a CRM consultant. So
exciting.
a bit daunting. I mean, going from fixing everything to putting the solutions in was quite daunting at the time. But the fact that I was headhunted, I had a little bit of cockiness about me. You came to me, you asked me if I wanted the job. Little did I know it was more a recruitment ploy. So the recruiter came to me and said, "Oh, they're really interested in you. They really, really want you." They had no idea who I was. I just had CRM. I mean, and we're going back 7 or 8 years. If you had CRM written on your CV, people would talk to you at that point.
Yep.
So here's me, young-ish, impressionable, getting a chance to be in consultancy, a little bit cockiness, and I go into a new company and it's like, right, okay, so we've got this project. It shouldn't be too long, but I'd like you to have a look at it and quote it. So I'm like,
Okay.
oh, yeah. And I thought, right, I'm going to try and do this as quick as I can. So I'm going to make it look as if it's going to take me no time at all to deliver this project. So yeah, I could build that entity in 30 minutes. I could do this view in 5 minutes. Like the actual times it would take me to do it. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is,
Yes.
I'll be able to deliver that project in 15 days. And they came back to me and said, right, okay, that's a lot less than we were expecting. Where's your PM time? Where's your testing time? Oh, I'll just test it as I go. So I was like really cocky, and I'm like, I can deliver this in 15 days. Really, really cocky. And they said, are you sure? I mean, the sales guy sat down with me and he's like, right, okay. So we were expecting this to be around 80 to 100 days.
And you just said 15.
Yeah, and I just said 15. So I'm like, why would you quote 80 days? And it's like, well, one, commercially, we need to make money on it. I'm like, yeah, but it's only going to take me 15 days to do it. Why do you need to charge the customer more? So there was a couple of things. I was cocky. I wasn't commercially savvy at that point. Now
Consultant life, what it
yeah,
takes. Yeah.
yeah. It's like, okay, what if? And he said, what if something goes wrong? I'm like, nothing will go wrong. It's fine.
Nothing's going wrong.
Yeah. And I think it was because I'd never had the experience of the customer maybe changing requirements, doing this and that. I was like, this is how long it'll take me. So,
Okay.
like, right, okay, well, we think it's going to be about 80 days. And we had a period of about 2 weeks. And for the first month, the company are like, okay, when you come into the company, you're not billable for the first month.
Got it.
So they challenged me to build it in 15 days. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. And
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, challenge accepted. That's fine, no problem. I did build it in 15 days. However, I also took 15 of my own nights to build it as well because everything kept going wrong. So I delivered it in 30 days. It was okay. It worked. It done everything. It met all the requirements and it was built. But had I listened to the sales guy telling me you need to cook in some time for customers changing requirements, you need to put in a little bit of time, oops, in case things happen, sort of stuff.
Yep.
But here was me, just young, impressionable, thinking, yeah, I can do this. It's going to be easy. Spent day and night building it just so that I could say I built it in the 15 days. And
Yep.
I knew halfway through that I'd made a mess of it. I should have listened to people, or I maybe not even listen to people, just take on some advice. I was just like, I can do this. And when I went to the company, it wasn't a junior. I came in as a consultant, but there were seniors and directors there, people I could have asked questions to that I didn't. I'm just like, I'm going to do this because I think I can. Had I actually just taken my time, listened to the advice of everyone around me, I would have kind of got there a lot quicker. But yeah, it's just listening to people, I think, is probably the biggest thing more than anything. If I'd done that, I would have been on a winner there rather than spending a whole, we'll say 30 days because it was day and night. So I delivered what we thought was 80 days in 30 days. But then the customer's requirements were totally different at the end of it. So it was a good, if anything, it was a great learning experience for me not to be such a cocky git.
You are a lovely chap. I mean, everybody who meets you says you are a really lovely, warm, personable chap. So, you
I
know.
don't know. You're obviously speaking to the wrong people.
Dreadful. What community people say.
Exactly. They obviously don't know the real Mark. They just know the nice smiley one.
Well, you obviously portray this in some sense. So what did you learn from that then going forward that helped you with, projects since and that other people can learn from as well?
So the sales guy that told me, "Are you sure this is the right numbers?" There weren't a lot of people actually who liked him because he was cocky as well, and I kind of took a little bit of shine to him on that way. So I sat with him. I learned commercials. I learned why we cook in extra time, why we maybe put a little bit of uplift, why there's PM time, why there's testing time, why all of these actually matter. So
Okay.
taking that on board was brilliant. I'd say he rubbed a lot of people up the wrong way, and a lot of salespeople do. There's not a lot of salespeople who gel well with consultants, but for him
I've come across that myself, especially when the salespeople have sold a vision which is absolutely impossible to implement.
Yes. And I think that's what his background was. He had sold a few what we call pipe dreams.
Got it.
But understanding his rationale behind things made it easier for me in the future. And now that's just one of the first bits of advice I give anyone. So I've got quite a few people in my team and just within the wider department that we've got. And the first thing is, right, let's look at how we quote properly. So we now have a spreadsheet. So how long does it take you to create an entity? How long for a view? So we map it out for them. And then when it gets to doing a quote, they'll write the requirement and say, okay, so this needs 1 entity, 5 views, and they can actually just add up their time and then put their little uplift on it to make sure it's all done. So they understand why it's been done. So what he's passed on to me is brilliant because I can now pass that on to everyone else. So I think there's a lot of consultants who are consultants who can build and are technically fantastic, but being commercially savvy is what will make and break profitability on a project, and that's definitely...
That's very true. I mean, in my own background, I was working as an internal resource for many, many years, and it's only in the last year or two that I've come to external consulting and really understanding commercials and gone out to talk to people and said, right, how do you quote? How do you do this? How do you do that? Now, I just have to ask, playing the devil here, but you say you've got a spreadsheet with sort of a template where you throw in the number of entities and views. You putting that in a Power App?
So there's two different things I've got here. So we have that in a spreadsheet at the moment. We do have Power Apps for internal licensing. We are looking to do that. And one of the great things that I get to do being a line manager is when I set objectives, like go away and learn a Power App, there's always a behind that. So we're going to be creating a Power App that you can put in the numbers and it'll spit it out the back.
Got it.
So they can have... Our quoting spreadsheet is quite complex because we split up UAT time. So we put in build time and diagnostic time. It then works away how much PM, how much UAT, how much documentation. So there's a lot behind that. But first stage would be get all of that information so that they know when they're doing their high level, like their ROMs, how much to quote for.
Brilliant.
But it will end up in a Power App. So you'll see some cool screenshots on it.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. Wow. That's really a wonderful story. Thank you so much for sharing it with us, and definitely a very, very valuable lesson, for anybody in the consulting industry to learn. So appreciate you sharing it. Now, if you could nominate someone to appear on the show to share their own Oops Factor story, who would you nominate?
See, this is an open question because who do I know has messed up really, really bad that could drop himself in it?
Or alternatively, as a previous person has come, who do you want to hear the story of so you've got leverage over them?
Oh, that's a good thing, actually. Ooh. Now, I think Ian Connolly would be a good one. I know you were trying to line him up, so...
he's been a little busy recently. There's been this little event somewhere in
there's been
the north of
something
England that's been going on.
I know a lot of Ian's skeletons, so that's quite quite good. And I want to see how many times he could throw me under a bus in one conversation. Would be quite interesting. I think
Right.
that would go for scoring points to see how many times he does throw me under a bus.
No problem. Ian, you'll better watch this because you'll be prepared. We're coming to get you on the show.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, thanks for the nomination. Viewers, we hope that you've enjoyed watching this episode. Feel free to hit the link below and fill in the form if you would like to come on the show yourself. Please also feel free to check out the rest of the Oops Factor playlist and subscribe to the channel. Have a great day.